So Nintendo just announced a brand new Nintendo game, but this time it's not a Nintendo Switch game and it's not a 3DS game. The game that's actually coming out very soon is Dr. Mario World, and Dr. Mario World is actually coming out on mobile fairly soon in the upcoming weeks, and this was pretty much an unannounced game from Nintendo. We didn't see this game at E3 2019, and I don't think we've seen this anywhere else. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yes, Nintendo is releasing a mobile game called Dr. Mario World. Take a look at some of the footage from Dr. Mario World. Now, as you can see from Dr. Mario World, even though it has the name Dr. Mario in the title of this game, it actually doesn't even play like the traditional Dr. Mario games you may be familiar with. It looks like you take your pills from the bottom of the screen and you kind of drag them around to place them in certain places on the actual board. Overall, this is giving me some Candy Crush vibes, maybe some other puzzle vibes on mobile, and honestly, I'm a little bit excited for this game because I think Dr. Mario, or this style of game, really does fit nicely with the mobile crowd and with mobile gaming. And this is a game you can play once in a while, you can play when you're on your break, or whatever the case may be. Puzzle games 100% make sense for mobile, and this game looks like it's going to be a fairly decent game from Nintendo alongside their other IPs from Nintendo. You can clearly see Nintendo is not done with the mobile market when it comes to mobile games. We already have things like Fire Emblem Warriors. We also got Dr. Mario World coming soon. We also got Animal Crossing Camp, and then we also got the new Mario Kart Tour. So you can see Nintendo is really trying to penetrate the mobile market by having all these mobile games, and honestly, I think this one is one of their better ones in my opinion. Like I said, this does fit the mobile scene well. A lot of people love puzzle games. It's going to be very easy to get into. Overall, I like everything about this game. Again, granted, I have not played this game, so I'll have to wait and see when I actually get my hands on this game if I'm actually going to like this game. Now, somebody actually pointed out about Dr. Mario World, one thing that's very interesting about this game. If you look at the trailer for this game, you will notice that there is some type of time mechanic, and a lot of mobile games have this time mechanic. And basically what a time mechanic is, if you're unfamiliar with mobile games, a time mechanic in a mobile game is pretty much where you have a certain amount of time to play like a map or to play like certain levels of the game, and then it will lock you out and tell you to come back in a couple of hours. And then a lot of times also you can pay your way out of that if you don't want to wait the couple of hours, or if you don't want to wait those minutes that the game's telling you to wait because it locked you out of the game. I know a lot of people don't like that mechanic, and a lot of people think that's a scummy mechanic. Me personally, I'm not too big of a fan of that scummy practice. I do kind of lean towards it being kind of like scummy, trying to like rip you off, trying to take your money. I'm not really a fan of that. But then on the other hand, it forces you to only play the game a couple of hours a day and then take a break and then come back. So it's good for like a quick pick up and play session if you're on your smartphone, maybe waiting in a line somewhere, maybe in a car with your friend, maybe somewhere you just want to play a couple Dr. Mario levels. It looks like you can actually do that. I mean, it really depends on what type of gamer you are. Do you like the time mechanics in mobile games, or do you not like the time mechanics in mobile games? It really does depend. But overall, this game looks like it's going to be a pretty decent game from Nintendo, and I don't think anyone expected this game from Nintendo. And from the trailer, it actually looks like this Dr. Mario World game is actually going to be fairly long, because it did say there's going to be over 100 levels in the game, and I don't know if they're going to release DLC down the road or any more levels in the game, but already having over 100 levels in Dr. Mario World really does seem like it's going to have quite an amount of good content when you actually download this game. This game is coming in the upcoming weeks, and it also looks like you can register to play this game if you go on Android right now. I don't know about iOS, but I do know Android specifically. If you go on Android to the Google Play Store, you can get ready to get this game when this game comes out. And this game is going to also be one of those free-to-play games from Nintendo. They're never probably going to go back to the Super Mario Run style type of a mobile game where you have to pay up front for the game, because honestly, that probably didn't make them enough money as they expected. And usually when it comes to these mobile-esque games, that's not really the way to go about these mobile-esque games, because you know the mobile market always leans towards free-to-play games instead of paid games, and then they have all these little microtransactions. But usually what happens is, at least with Nintendo mobile games, they usually do a very good job of not trying to pester you for money, trying to get you to get all these different things from the game. So that's one thing I do like about Nintendo when it comes to mobile. They're starting to understand the mobile aspect, and they're not really trying to bother you and trying to rip you off, or just trying to make you feel like you need to pay for these games and things like that. So props to Nintendo for doing that. But then again, But again, Dr. Mario World is coming out on mobile in the next coming weeks. Get ready for Dr. Mario World. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News, signing out.